As a sociologist, one of the topics that I research is tourism, and specifically I have a critical perspective on the tourism industry, and my particular subject matter was digital nomads. And so I wrote a book and many articles about the lifestyle phenomenon of digital nomads. I recently wrote 2 articles for academic journals on the perspective of critical tourism studies and on the topic of digital nomads again. And so one of the things I was focusing in one of those articles was on concepts such as over-tourism, mass tourism, niche tourism, sustainability in tourism, and ultimately degrowth of the tourism industry. And so the concept of over-tourism is just that too many people might descend upon one location, and that location just cannot handle the volume of travelers into that area. I also like the idea of niche tourism because it's targeting a particular demographic or interest in tourism locations. Heredity tourism, which I'm really interested in, for example, folks like me who are Asian American traveling to Asia and trying to connect with their heritage backgrounds. And a big concept in the field of tourism studies is sustainability. Just how can tourism practices be more friendly to the environment and use less resources? Because ultimately, if you look at the charts of tourism, it just goes up, up, up exponentially. If you think about how things have grown in the tourism industry, and most especially the advent of cheap and affordable flights, which allows a lot more people to travel to any place in the globe. And we have to think about the jet fuel and just the resources consumed by air travel alone is really significant and incredibly damaging to the earth. And so when you start to really understand the consumption practices, the growth of the tourism industry and how harmful it is to the environment, then ultimately you see that the industry eventually has to retract, and it will either be forced to because of lack of resources, or by choice it can choose to reduce its impact on the environment and the local area. So yeah, those are just, a lot of the thought that I'm having here as I travel in the Southeast Asia region currently, and would love to hear from folks who've also traveled to Southeast Asia and what your experiences and perspectives were.